The S24 Plus, solid phone. And it's been interesting because this is the first time that I can really actually recommend the Plus phone. So dating all the way back to the S22 Plus, S23 Plus, there were a lot of disappointing things, like it only had a 1080p resolution. It didn't have a OLED screen. It didn't have the 120 hertz LTPO where it could throttle all the way down from 1 hertz to 120 hertz. It had a smaller battery. And they've turned so much stuff around with this phone, and I like it a lot. And it's funny to me, the way they made this phone, I feel like they're going after Apple customers. And that might sound really, really odd, but hey, the iPhone is the best-selling phone here in the US. And when you put them side by side, it's really interesting because it's really hard to tell them a difference from, like, tell them apart from certain viewing angles. So see if you can see this here. I've got a different camera I'm using now, so trying to get the autofocus here is kind of a pain in the butt, but they made the rounded edges, and if you didn't have the Samsung or the Apple logo on the back, like they look nearly identical. Rounded corners, antenna bands in the same spots. It's kind of crazy. 6.7-inch screen, and then of course now it's got the 4900 milliamp battery. It's got the Quad HD Plus resolution, which I'm super happy about. It shoots 8K video, even though it's still got the 50 megapixel camera. There's a lot of interesting stuff here, and I think they did a good job. It's just funny that to me, other than the camera modules on the back, it looks so much like the iPhone. But as far as day-to-day usage, it's top-notch. The flat screen, of course, is still there. You got this nifty always-on display, and when you have the always-on display, they look so stinking similar. Like, it's very, very obvious with a lot of the choices that Samsung made this go around that they're trying to copy and emulate Apple, which I guess, hey, emulation or copying is the most sincerest form of flattery, I guess. Apple should take this one to the bank that Samsung is paying attention to what they do, and they're trying to copy them for some sales. Now, when you get into it, the phones are obviously completely different. iOS, One UI 6.1, of course, you got DeX, you got wireless DeX. This is basically very similar to the Ultra in a lot of ways now, except it doesn't have the S Pen, it doesn't have the slightly larger screen, it doesn't have the 200 megapixel camera. But I don't think that you necessarily need those things, and those things cost you a lot of extra money, $12.99 versus $9.99. Of course, it's got 256 gigabytes of storage, it's got 12 gigs of RAM now, so much stuff is on par with the Ultra. And this is what I complained about for a long time, and thank you, Samsung, for finally listening. They finally listened, and they gave us basically everything we used to have in the S series kind of Ultra phone. Because if you remember, a couple years ago, we had the Galaxy S series, and we had the Note series, and now, of course, that's been combined. Now the S24 Ultra is basically the Note. So they finally got them much, much more closer in how they actually look and how they actually function. You're not getting less RAM. You're not getting less storage. You're not getting an inferior screen. There's just so many things that they finally brought up to par, and that's what makes this such a good deal at $9.99. Yes, I know, $9.99. Like saying that's a good deal is kind of counterintuitive because it's so expensive, but I finally feel like it offers what you should get in a $1,000 phone. And I think probably most people probably feel that way too. Now, I think the Ultra was still the most popular as far as what people pre-ordered, what people bought, but you don't have to sacrifice anymore. You get almost like 95% the same experience, and I like it's lightweight, it's flat all the way around, it's easier to hold, it's really feels a lot like the iPhone. Now, I don't like the iPhone. So you're probably wondering, well, why am I saying these positive things? Well, a lot of people really love the iPhone, so they've copied kind of the best of it on the outside, but you still get the great Samsung experience on the inside. Of course, we get 7 years now of support, 7 years of operating system updates, 7 years of security patches, and I really don't feel like you're missing out on all that much. I mean, I have the Ultra. It's in one of these pockets. I've been daily driving the Ultra since I got it 2 weeks ago, and I think that when you put both of them side by side, it gives something to offer on both sides of the coin, instead of just like, okay, basically they were dumbing down the S23 Plus, the S22 Plus to try and get people to buy the Ultra because they want everybody to buy the Ultra, the most expensive, the biggest, best phone, but that might not always be best for everyone. And a lot of people don't like the S Pen. A lot of people don't care about having previously the 10 times telephoto or now the 5 times telephoto, that telescopic periscope. You still get the 10 times telephoto. You still get optical image stabilization. You still get 8K video. You still get a lot of the bells and whistles, but it gives you a lighter, thinner, less of a beast phone and still gives you so many nice things. So I love the typing on it. I love the haptics. I like the screen on it. The screen is super nice. It's got the 2600 nits brightness screen now. And I like that, of course, you can do the Quad HD Plus, or if you want, you can tone it down and do 1080p. If you buy this, though, just so you know, regardless of whether you use Samsung Smart Switch or not, they still make it where it's 1080p out of the box. So even if it carries over all your settings, but it dials down the resolution and puts it at 1080p, which I don't understand that. They do that with the Ultra as well. So first thing you need to do when you get in your settings, go in there and turn to Quad HD Plus. Unless you want it on 1080p, that's perfectly fine. But I think this is a great alternative, and still it's basically a flagship level phone, especially when you compare it to other phones. I mean, yeah, we complain about the 50 megapixel camera, but that's what you basically get with the iPhone. That's basically what you get with the Pixel 8 Pro. So I think even the pictures in here, even though it's not the latest and greatest and super best camera, it still gives you a really, really good camera experience. And I've been pretty happy with the 50 megapixel camera we've had in the Samsung phones the last couple of years. I really like to see them take it up a little bit more of a notch, but hey, it's taking good photos. It's taking good photos. Portrait mode solid. You get a lot of the other video characteristics and stuff. So I really like this phone. And I bought this with my own money, just like I bought the S24 Ultra with my own money. And I think that it's worth it. And I know like the pre-order deals and all that stuff are gone. So it's something I would say, wait around, see if you can get a good deal through your carrier, see what happens to pop up. Samsung is really good about this. They have the really strong, hard and fast pre-order deals, but then later on they come back and they have a lot of individual deals and stuff. So maybe right now might not be the best time to buy if you're buying it outright. But if you're going to get it through a carrier, they've had some really good deals, and then just play the waiting game, and Samsung will bring some more deals back around. And then I think the colors are pretty decent. Overall, I really like this phone a lot. And if I weren't like the Ultra person, if I didn't want to have the S Pen and all that jazz, I would very happily and easily carry this phone around. I don't really have any complaints about it, especially at $999. And they didn't raise the price. That was something I felt was really important. With the S24, 24 Plus, they kept the price the same, even though they added an extra $100 to the Ultra. So now it's like, okay, if you want the extra bells and whistles, go buy the Ultra. But if you just want to spend the $999 and you want to go ahead and get the Plus model, you're not really put in a point of disadvantage like you have been in the past, because there were a lot of things that I didn't like about the S23 Plus. There are a lot of things I didn't like about the S22 Plus, and I didn't recommend them. I said, get the Ultra, don't buy this. And I think that was probably by design on Samsung's part, but I think they realized that, okay, not everybody's gonna buy the Ultra. We need to make sure these other offerings are up to speed. And I really like the battery bump, 4,900 milliamps. It's basically 5,000 all-day battery life, Snapdragon 8 Generation 3, everything you asked for, and 45-watt charging. So I like this phone. You'll probably like it if you're interested in it, and hopefully you find that this video is helpful. But again, I've been testing this out the last couple of days. I went and I bought it at Best Buy. I picked it up, and other than pulling it out of the box, and then I actually thought that I was holding my iPhone for a minute. I was holding this phone looking for my iPhone, and then realized, oh my gosh, this is this is the Samsung phone. This is not my iPhone. So yeah, even like down to the rounded edges. I don't know if other people are talking about this. I haven't watched a single other person's S24 Plus video, and I don't do that. I don't usually watch other people's videos until after I make my video, because I don't want any of their stuff to rub off on me. I don't want to pick up on stuff that they talk about. I like to make my own original, own thought process, not contaminated by somebody else's video. But I like this phone. And I thought I would. I said this in some videos before the phone came out. I said, I'm really interested in the Plus model because they made all these changes. All the things that I asked for last year, they basically went back to the drawing board and updated them in this phone. So I'm happy to see those things. I'm happy to see that we have the better resolution, better battery, LTPO, throttles down to 1 to 120 hertz, higher brightness. There's so many different things. So good job, Samsung, on the S24 Plus. I give you credit for that. And also, I can't see this till after I edit it. I did get a different microphone, so hopefully the sound experience is a whole lot better for you, especially as it's coming out of both ears now. There was a problem with the first video I recorded with my Panasonic S5, and I didn't realize till after the video had gone live that only the sound was coming out of one ear. So my apologies for that. I fixed that problem, and actually this Sony wired lapel mic is actually better than I've got a nice Shure MV88 Plus. It's like a $250 microphone. I got this other Bluetooth wireless lapel mic that I bought. I got this expensive camera. Like, I'm trying to change things up a little bit. Hopefully the autofocus isn't moving around too much, but it is a little slow. Like, if I try and move the phone up here so you can see it, like, it's got to cover my face and it kind of takes a minute. Yeah, it's just, I'm going to have to work with the focus on here and try and figure out a little bit better strategy for this. But overall, I think the video quality does look better, especially being able to have a little bit zoomed out appearance, a little bit more depth behind me. I kind of like the natural cool colors that go along with it. And then I think this microphone's really good. Now, call me crazy, but it sounded pretty good when I recorded with it the other day. So bear with me. I'm trying to make some positive changes here. I apologize if it's not at 100% yet. It's going to get better. And this just gives me a little bit more flexibility with making the videos. And so you're not, like, I can actually talk about the iPhone because I have it right here. I'm not recording with the iPhone. So anyway, yeah, that's about it for this video. I like it. I think they did a good job. I think if you're interested in it, you'll probably be really, really happy with it. So that's all I got. If you have any questions or comments, please, of course, go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, if you found this helpful, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.